America. We are the greatest nation in the world.
A breath of fresh air.
Common sense.
Very impressive.
He's articulate and he knows exactly what we need.
Herman Cain. Solutions for a better America.
Anytime.
This is your host, Herman Cain. Thank you for joining us because you know we're going to tell you the truth, give you the facts, because we want you to be better informed and inspired to help make this a better United States of America. Thank you for joining us today. News Nugget. International Women's March Day. I have a couple of questions. Is this whole International Women's March Day a march looking for a cause or a problem? Or is it misguided? I've asked a few of the women workers in my office and around me, what do they think of it? They think it's misguided. Yes. Why is it misguided? Because it's supposed to be International Women Appreciation Day. And in my humble opinion, you don't need to boycott things to be appreciated. You just need to appreciate the women in your business and in your life.
Well, what it's supposed to do, though the intention of International Women's Day is to bring awareness to gender equality and women being treated as equals in the workplace.
Right.
Which I'm fine with that. Show me that you appreciate me by giving me equal pay for the work that I do.
Right.
But I don't necessarily think that marches and boycotts and all of those things are the right way to draw attention to the issue.
I would agree. And so what type of feelings do you think that's going to generate with your coworkers? Ashley?
Do what?
What type of feelings do you think is going to generate with your coworkers if you just decide not to show up?
If I was out in downtown Atlanta boycotting and marching, I think my coworkers, who are all male, would probably resent the fact that by me not being there, they had to do more work. So I show up to work. They did tell me they appreciated me, and I did my job as usual.
I like that. My wife got up this morning and she heard about it on the radio, and her comment was, she doesn't need a march to feel appreciated. And to all of the women out there who aren't marching and shutting stuff down, we love you. We appreciate what you do. And here's the other thing. We don't just tell you we appreciate you one day out of the year. Listen to this woman. She is going to be protesting today.
We need America to feel what a day without a woman would feel like.
We already know that, lady. What are you talking about? But up in Alexandria City, Virginia public schools, they took it seriously.
The decision is based solely on our ability to provide sufficient staff to cover all of our classrooms. It is not based on a political stance or position.
In other words, when 300 teachers agree they're not going to show up, they don't have enough teachers to open the schools. I get that part. But somebody has led them to believe that that's going to do some good. It's a march looking for a problem. Ladies, you know we love you. News Nugget. Positive tone from the top. President Trump threw his support behind the House's plan to repeal and replace Obamacare, launching the administration's push to sell the proposal.
It follows the guidelines I laid out in my congressional address, a plan that will lower costs, expand choices, increase competition, and ensure health care access for all Americans.
Speaker Ryan vowed that the Obamacare replacement bill would pass the House.
Doing big things is never easy, but we have made a promise, and we're going to keep that promise.
He says we will have 218 votes, Ryan told reporters at a news conference last night. But obviously, news nugget, the Freedom Caucus thinks otherwise. Senator Mike Lee says he does not like the House GOP's health care bill.
What's been introduced in the House in the last 24 hours is not the Obamacare replacement plan, not the Obamacare repeal plan we've been hoping for. This is instead a step in the wrong direction. And as much as anything, it's a missed opportunity.
I happen to disagree with him, and in a moment I will explain why. Representative Mark Sanford says he's gratified that the Trump administration has described the GOP health care bill as a work in progress.
If we liken this sort of to Donald Trump's world of everything is a negotiation, what we have now is an opening bid. And I think what conservatives are saying is, okay, that's the opening bid, but based on some things that happened, whether in 2015 or some principles that conservatives have long advanced, might not we constructively look for ways of refining what's been introduced?
Senator Rand Paul says we are united on repeal, but divided on replacement.
Let's vote on clean repeal. The only way I think this gets done is to separate the issues. Separate out clean repeal from replacement.
Here's what they are missing, folks. News nugget. The senators and the caucus, in my opinion, after having read the summary twice, they're missing out on the necessary process to get this done. In other words, when I went back and read through it again, it turns out that the way they defang Obamacare is they turn off the penalties, they take the tax rates to zero, such that in the House they only need 50% plus one, and in the Senate they only need 51 votes. If they were to do a clean total repeal, they can do that with 51 votes in the Senate. But then when they try to propose a complete legislative replacement, it would require 60 votes unless Mitch McConnell uses the nuclear option. That didn't come out very clear when they put it on the table last night, and I understand that. And it's not coming clear through the media, not at all. But there's a process, folks, that has to accompany this. This is why News Nugget Kevin Brady says the GOP should not waver on this bill.
As Republicans, we have a choice. We can act now, or we can keep fiddling around and squander this opportunity to repeal Obamacare and begin a new chapter of freedom for the American people.
And unless something happens in Washington, folks, that prevents Chairman Brady from being with us tomorrow, he will be on the Herman Cain Show tomorrow. We will ask him directly about this process that's not coming through the media clutter. Tom Price, Health and Human Services Secretary, says there's still time to change the bill.
This is a work in progress, and we'll work with the House and the Senate in this process. As you know, it's a legislative process that occurs.
It's a work in progress. In other words, everybody take a chill pill. It's not a done deal. But if you listen to the Democrats, they believe that the sky is falling and their hair is on fire. News nugget. We have to issue a propaganda alert. Coming from Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer on the Senate floor, he was eager to tie this proposal to the new president.
Trump Care will make health insurance in America measurably worse in just about every way and leave more Americans uninsured.
Folks, I have taken it upon myself to have gone through the summary of this in detail twice. Both times early in the morning when my brain is fresh. I can assure you that the statement just made by Senator Schumer is false in every way. It's called the propaganda machine that they want to put out there. But we know better because we pay attention. News nugget. WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks published thousands of documents described as secret files about CIA hacking tools the government employs to break into users' computers, mobile phones, and even smart TVs from companies like Apple, Google, Microsoft, and Samsung. Yes, this is troubling, folks. And Senator John McCain from Arizona says he is deeply concerned.
This is of the utmost seriousness. And I repeat, if they can hack into the CIA, they can hack into anybody.
It is deeply troubling, and we're going to have to stay tuned to see where this goes. That is not good. Bad news nugget. Not first, not second, but seventh. A new ranking of the best countries in the world shows that America has fallen 3 spots to 7th place. The ranking released by U.S. News and World Report is in partnership with the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School and global brand consultants BAV Consulting show that the United States has lost its position as 4th best among world's best countries, while Switzerland debuted at number 1. They surveyed 21,000 folk, so they had more than an ample size of the survey. But folks, it's not good that the United States continues to fall in ranking. And trust me, it's not just because Donald Trump is president. Look at the last 8 years of economic growth, which has been stagnant. Look at the last 8 years in a whole lot of areas. That tells you why our ranking has dropped. Many people believe that the last 8 years is the new normal. Some of us do not believe that. News nugget. By the end of the year, Wendy's restaurant says it will have installed self-serving ordering kiosks in 1,000 of its restaurants. McDonald's has said it doesn't plan to reduce its workforce as it installs ordering kiosks, which it plans to do. Get ready, America. Welcome to McDonald's. Would you like fries with that? Welcome to Wendy's. Would you like fries with that? You're listening to the Herman Cain Show.
He's been there. He's done that. And he wants to give you the insight and the advantage. Herman Cain, solutions for a better America.
Thanks, streamers. And that's News Nugget.